Hey, my dudes, it is Kayci Rose welcoming you to my world because it is my universe. No, I'm sorry. Please don't click out of this video. I'm normally not this insane. Anyway, if you like what you see, I sounded like a psychotic chipmunk, so maybe stick around. Stick around. And if you like what you see, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button for weekly content.
Kayci's World.
Okay guys, so if you clicked on this video, it's either because you are a small YouTuber and you would like to comment things like, yes, preach sister, this is the truth, or you are someone who wants to start their YouTube and is currently researching anything YouTube related. So I am here to break the walls. I am here to give you the real tea on what it is like to be a YouTuber, a small YouTuber. I'm gonna give you the tea on what nobody tells you about YouTubing, okay? Now, most of the videos that are out here, are the most popular ones, at least the ones that I've seen, are from YouTubers who are already getting paid by AdSense, all right? They're living the big life. They're living the large life, okay? They're getting influx of money. Now, the most honest person in terms of talking about what she uses to spend her money on, how much money she gets, and sponsorships and all that kind of stuff would be Kelly Stamps.
Good afternoon, students. I am Professor Kelly Stamps. I will be your instructor. If you're new, just turn around and ask one of my returning students about me.
She's precious.
These are their stories.
She's literally the only YouTuber I've seen that sugarcoats nothing. She will give you the cold, hard facts, the truth. So now I am here to give you the cold, hard facts on what it's like when you make $0. Now, I've watched a couple of Kelly Stamps videos, and what she said was that originally she was working like 2 jobs at the same time, and then when she met the thresholds and she started making money on YouTube and her videos were thriving, then she didn't really need to continue working that other job, so she was able to leave and just make it full-time YouTube, which honestly is the best thing ever. But if you aren't getting paid from YouTube yet, you have a regular job, or even if you don't have a regular job and you just have normal duties that you need to take care of, YouTube kind of becomes this monster. You know, it starts out like this thing where you're like, I have all the time in the world and I'm going to make YouTube videos and they are going to be fantastic and I really enjoy making them. And I do. I very much enjoy making the YouTube videos. But, my dear, my friends, my folks, and my fans, if I had the choice to work a job that's going to pay me money and film a YouTube video that's going to take long hours and I won't get paid for it, I get kind of into a funk and I'm like, you know what, I can do this another day. And then you keep pushing it because you have other priorities that just kind of they jump the YouTube wheel. And I'm not saying that I don't like it, because I love YouTube. YouTube is great. YouTube has given me a lot of success, a lot of confidence, and listen, I love you guys with all my heart. But what I will say is that it's hard to make YouTube a priority when you're not getting paid. But you're not going to be getting paid unless you make YouTube a priority. So that is something that you're just gonna have to deal with. That is something that you are going to have to understand, that YouTube is going to have to take precedent over hanging out with friends, right? Now, if you already have your own primary job, then you've got to somehow squeeze time in to make a whole video and edit that video in between working a regular job and then all your other normal duties. So your full day is going to be blocked. Now, if you don't have a job and you're unemployed, but you're being taken care of by a parent, which is probably going to be a smaller number of you, you know, all you want to do is hang out with friends and watch TikToks and just do you, boo-boo. You don't want to, like, you know, work. And yeah, even though it's fun to make videos, it feels like work. After a while, it does start to feel like work because it is so time consuming. So you're going to have to cancel plans on friends because you need to make a YouTube video, because you need to give yourself time to be able to make and edit a YouTube video, and it takes time. And so if you haven't started your YouTube channel yet, are you ready for that? Are you ready to turn down friends and say, I can't because I'm making a YouTube video? When some of them might respond back with, dude, you don't even have that many subscribers on YouTube. It ain't a big deal. It is, because the only way for me to grow is to continue putting out consistent, good content that both me and my viewers enjoy. Hello. Some friends might be like, this bitch, oh, she thinks she's famous. She's not even famous. Like, hello. You have to live in the mindset of thinking that you're famous to get famous. And that is just a little sprinkle of reality here for anyone else who is trying to reach their dreams. Pretend you're already living them, and then eventually you will, all right? I've said this in a previous video. The universe is a little confused, baby bobbin. If you think something long enough, the universe will give it to you, including negative thoughts. It will give them to you. So if you keep thinking, I'm not okay, the universe will be like, bet, you will continue to not be okay. But if you shift and you're like, all right, I'm having an off day, but I'm gonna do things that make me happy and focus on feeling better, then the universe will be like, okay, here, abundance, here, money, here, growth, let's go. Okay, so that is number one. That is one thing that people aren't fully honest about when it comes to YouTubing. Another thing that I want to talk about is ideas. Now, you would think that it's really easy to come up with consistent topics when it comes to YouTube, but that is actually one of the reasons why sometimes I don't post a video, because I just can't come up with content on time. It doesn't happen. I feel like I've done everything and I don't want to redo things. I've already done a create an outfit with me video. Do I really want to do that again? Do you guys want to see that again? You know what I mean? So it's a lot of this going back and forth, and then you feel stuck. And you watch all these videos that like 100 YouTube videos, and you listen to them and you're like, none of it. I mean, like, maybe, you know, they're trendy and the viewers you'll get traction, but me, do I personally want to do that? No, I want to put out a video that I'm gonna enjoy actually making. You know, I don't want to make a video where I'm like, this, because if people are gonna watch it, pick up on that, and then why would they continue watching the video if you're not happy while you're making the video? Okay, so sometimes idea and conception is a very, very challenging thing when it comes to YouTube, and it will drive you insane. Now, to combat that, continue watching those idea videos, listen to what's trending, keep an eye on other YouTubes, watch other people for inspiration, and then put your own twist on some trends if they interest you, if it's in your niche, and if it's what you enjoy doing. You can also take something that's outside of your niche and curate it to be in your niche, and that's something new that may just become a trend. So, you know, that is some solid advice I'm giving you if you are a small YouTuber who is stuck and doesn't know where to go, or someone who wants to start their YouTube but doesn't exactly know what video to start with. Another thing, and I kind of talked about this at the beginning of the video, but I'm just gonna touch on it for a little bit, is the whole thing with consistency and subscribers. You're not gonna start out with a lot. Even if you follow every single trend and you're on top of it, it is still going to take time for you to get from A to Z. Now, there are a bunch of things that you can do to try and grow your channel authentically, and there's even courses that you can pay for, you know. But if you're like me and you're like, bitch, I'm broke, please, you're gonna do the most that you can to grow it without paying money, and that in and of itself also takes a lot of time, you know. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, sometimes I don't want to put the work in for a video to blow up. Sometimes I just kind of throw it out there and I'm like, I've got 207 beautiful subscribers, you know, and they will watch the video. Hopefully most of them will watch the video, and if it's a great video, then it'll get traction and a lot of other people will, and my following will grow. And if it doesn't, Jesus Christ, who cares? I'm gonna post another one next week, hopefully, I might feel inspired. So, you know, whatever. You are gonna have a lot of days where you're like, my account isn't growing, my subscriber count isn't going up, what is going on? And it, honestly, dude, like, don't even stress about it. Just try and stay consistent And whenever you can stay consistent, be honest with your subscribers. Even if you have a really, really wickedly small YouTube channel that only has like 10 subscribers, be honest with them. Be like, hey guys, my beautiful 10 lovely gems that I've got, you know, sitting on the other side of this device, whatever you're watching this on, I am currently losing my mind. And so YouTube is just, there's no possible. And I'm pretty sure that whoever's watching, if they're really, really interested in your content, they're gonna be like, oh girl, please don't kill yourself to make a 10-minute video that I wanna watch. Please, I have other things to do, okay? Your videos are definitely not my priority, right? It's like, take it easy. Because I have seen a lot of huge YouTubers, and you know, whenever they're like, oh, I apologize, just that I'm busy, I'm like, girl, please, live your life. You don't need to apologize to me. Please, I don't pay you, Google does, okay? So, it's okay. Take your time, girl. I ain't got nothing to do with me. Not being consistent isn't always a problem. Just make sure that you're apologizing and letting them know what's happening. And this applies to like the acting world, but this also applies to YouTube. Whenever you leave YouTube, or whenever you decide to take a hiatus from YouTube, somebody is walking in. And whenever you're walking in, somebody is walking out. So it's never a bad thing to take a hiatus if that's what you need for your mental health. And whenever you're hopping back in, it's not like you're starting from scratch and like everything is horrible. No, you've already built a little bit of a following. And you know, a lot of them, your video is gonna pop up on their thing. They'll be like, oh my God, I haven't seen you a bajillion years. What are you doing? Then they watch you. And if you're lucky, maybe they stopped watching you even before the hiatus, and now they've got all these other videos to catch up on. So you're getting minutes and you're gonna reach that threshold. So dude, mental health over everything, okay? I know I said that if you wanna be a YouTuber has to take top priority, but even above that is your mental health. Always your mental health. Whatever we're talking about, mental health trumps everything. You don't wanna be doing something and then losing your mind. Not healthy. Not 0 out of 10 would not recommend. So that is something that I wanted to pinpoint about being a YouTube content creator. Now, what it feels like when you gain a subscriber, what it feels like when you're seeing that people are actually viewing your videos and when they're getting traction. And when you're a small YouTuber, any kind of traction feels like a freaking miracle, a freaking daze. You don't understand where it came from. You're kind of confused, but you're like, hey, I'll take it. I'm ecstatic, which is what happened to me. I didn't post last week, which, sorry guys, I've been going through it. But I don't even want to say I'm back because I feel like I go through a lot. For right now, at least, I am back. I'm doing a lot of schedule making, a lot of planning, and it's really working out for me. What happened to me, I left last week, and then at somehow, like, you know, one of my older videos just started picking up traction and it was getting a crap ton of views, and I was like, wow, where did you come from? It got me like 3 to 4 new subscribers. So if you guys are watching this, thanks for being here, okay? I love you and I appreciate you oh my God, like literally you made my night and you made my week just a lot less stressful. Like seeing that video took off made me feel like, okay, so I am okay if I don't post this week. I'll post next week. I could take a break for a week and my channel is still getting traction. So we're all good. So when it comes to being a small YouTuber, every single milestone, it feels huge and it feels amazing and it feels great. So although it is hard work and it is difficult, you know, work, it is very, very rewarding even when you get like 1 new subscriber. Each subscriber that you gain will just like make your whole day and week, and that I think is beautiful. Last thing that I want to talk about when it comes to having your own YouTube channel, really make sure that you love what you're doing. Make sure that you're in love with the content that you're putting out, okay? Nobody wants to see content that you don't enjoy making. So make sure that you love what you're doing. I mean, and that's what any job is like. And you know, and make sure that you're giving it the time that it needs. Make sure that you're giving YouTube the time that it needs. And if you can't, update your subscribers. Let them know, okay? They don't just want to be like, all right, she disappeared off the face of the earth and I don't know. They of course, if they subscribed, they would like to continue being updated with how you are doing as a person. That is it. Also, I would say if anybody comments, comment back immediately, okay? That's how you make friends. And I don't mean subscribe for subscribe, because that shit don't ever work, so don't even try to do that, okay? I tried for like a minute, and then I saw all the videos that were like, don't do that, that's illegal. So don't do that, because in the end that just ends up screwing you in the face. Whoever's commenting on your video, if they're like, I really like your energy, comment back. I mean, that could be a real, actual, lifelong friend. I mean, and if you're a YouTuber, what you're looking for aren't just people who watch your videos and then, you know, watch half of it and then are like, okay, I don't care. You're looking for people who are gonna subscribe and then be like, I actually like you. Let me check out your Instagram. Let me check out your TikTok. And then before you know it, that's how you become an influencer, which obviously is my goal. If I wanted to make this really short and sweet, I would say only start a YouTube channel if you know that you're going to have to 100% commit to being a YouTuber, commit to creating content, to researching what content to post, to learning new methods of editing. There's a lot of work that goes into being a YouTuber. It is not just easy fun and games. Yes, it has to be fun for you to create content. You have to make content that you love, but it isn't just something that you're like, okay, this is fun, now I'm gonna move on. No, it's like fun, but it's hard work, okay? It is very difficult for you to even position the phone the right way so that you're like, okay, I look decent, you know? Even that is hard. Coming up with an intro, as you saw with me sounding like a chipmunk who just drank a whole ton of Monster Energy drink, intros are hard too, okay? Getting over the camera, in front of camera anxiety is difficult. It's difficult work, but is it worth it? Yes. Like Kelly Stamp said, do it. Now is the time. Now is the time. All right? All of my generation and the younger generations, they're becoming social media influencers, and that's how they're making their cash flow. And then they get to set their own hours. Then they don't have to worry about other jobs because they're getting money from YouTube. But in order to get there, you've got to be consistent and you've got to be dedicated. I guess that's it. If you've made it this far, then comment. Let me see. If you've made it this far, then comment the camera emoji for, you know, filming. YouTube emoji. There's not a YouTube emoji. Comment the camera emoji because we've been talking about filming and YouTubing and tips and stuff. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much for my new subscribers. There's 207 of you, and that is insane. That makes me so happy. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're a new subscriber, dude, I love you. Make sure you drink your water. Make sure you stay clean, safe, and healthy. Comment down below what's one of the reasons that you are inspired to start a YouTube channel. That is all. So bye guys, and hopefully I will see you next week.